welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video with Blazin Corp. We are going to be going into the Ice Golem 25 run. Here I kind of figured out on the last day of the Ice Golem tournament. I hear that there was a team that was much safer here than the team that I had with Ninja in it, which is still a really good team. I was like a 96% percent run win rate. So, it wasn't a bad team whatsoever. But even just losing that, one or two times was not fun there whatsoever because that's wasted energy. So we've come up with a much better team that for the most part I have never seen actually lose here. So that's a good thing. We've got a decent amount of runs to tell us that that team hasn't lost here. So without further ado, we're going to get to that next. All right, so we are at Ice Golem's Peak, stage 25. The champion that I brought in instead of Ninja, and who also took the place of Bad Alcazar as the main lead, is Geomancer. Here, surprisingly, a very good champion, really good against bosses here. So we might see, I might be trying him out in the Doom Tower. Here, let's take a look at the stats here of who we have. We know the other four, kind of what their stats are, but let's give it another go. All right, so first but not last, you got Bad Alcazar. He's got 2 sets on, Perception and Speed, and then a broken set. His stats are pretty beefy. Good hit points, good attack, good defense, because he heals based on his attack on his A1. 234 speed, a decent amount of crit rate and crit damage. And then we have 233 even on resistance and accuracy. Those will be over 300 when we get our Great Hall built up. So I'm looking forward to that day. We then have who we always have in pretty much all of our runs out, the free-to-play beast himself, Under Priest Brogni. He does have a ton of room to be better here. So he could be faster by getting a 6-star boot here that potentially has better stats here. So there's lots of room for improvement on Under Priest Brogni. So he is really beefy with 80,000 hit points, 2,500 defense here. 213 speed is really good. And then we have 243 resistance and 162 accuracy. There we are trying to get our Great Hall to 80 tonight here. So kind of excited for that. We're waiting the 15 minutes after this run. We should be able to go in and hopefully get that done. We then have Ursula the Mourner. She actually works out pretty well here. She is in a double perception set with her stats of 64,000 hit points. She's built very similar to Bad Alcazar, except she doesn't have crit rating or crit damage here. Instead, we focus on accuracy with her because she is going to be providing our decrease attack 100%. There's also get increased defense and strengthen as well, and then has a chance their 55% chance of decreasing target's turn meter by 10 on her A1. So we do want her hitting those particular abilities here. So we're gonna do Melga, damn it. Melga Steel Girdle here, and I just can't say her name right, man. Taking the L there, taking the L on that one here. All right, so Melga Steel Girdle she's getting pretty well. We've got a perception set in there, and that's it. Mostly high resistance gear, so that was really hard for my account to put together. I do have to say here, along with the defense, but very stable build. 55,000 hit points, 3,100 defense, 242 speed, which is incredible, and then 360 resistance. She doesn't need accuracy whatsoever. And it will be even more when we have our resistance in the Great Hall. That's going to be over 400 and should be about what, 440? No, 430. That should be sitting at. So that's going to be, she's going to be an incredible champion. Oh, she is an incredible champion, I should say. All right, so last but not least, this is who I never thought I would have in this particular level. Like, I thought it would just remain ninja and you just burn, and every once in a while they'd have like a crazy run where they die. But he's really steady, especially with this shield ring that he gets 5% after attacking. Worth shield back, it helps quite a bit here. But he's in lifesteal gear, so anytime he's reflecting damage, he's healing. Here, anytime he's hitting the Giant Slayer, he's healing. So he's pretty much topped up all the time, which is a great thing there. So he's got Giant Slayer down to the end, and then he's reflecting damage as well. Let's take a look at the stats. 41,000 hit points, 2,600 attack, 2,900 defense. Here, 193 speed, so he's a little slower, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And then 228 accuracy, so decent amount of accuracy. Obviously, that's going to get up into the high 200s, almost 300 when it's all said and done, and have a greater resistance when it's all said and done on the Great Hall. All right, so kind of excited to show you guys this team. Like, it's a really solid team. All right, let's start it.
It's time to
All right, so the main difference in this team is we no longer have a crazy amount of damage output anymore. It's more of a very steady and consistent damage rather than blast damage with ninja here. So we're very much relying on our reflect damage from shields and our reflect damage here from Geomancer's abilities. Now notice that anyone who has HP burn here, obviously from him, will take damage, which is insane, and they'll take an equal amount of damage here. So that's why I was thinking a debuff spreader would be kind of neat in waves for him, where he can go, you know, HP burn on his A2, and then debuff spread from whoever the debuff spreader is, and then anytime they hit, everyone is getting like just mashed with a crazy amount of damage going back at them, which is kind of neat. I might imply that technique in the hard Doom Tower for some of the crazy waves that they have out there. And that might be a viable skill or a solution or whatever there. Yeah, so otherwise, yeah, this team's really stable. Like, we've got you know, double shields, 2 revivers, we've got passive heals and active heals with Bad Alcazar, passive heals with Under Priest with his reflect damage heals, and then they also have passive heals with Magnus Steel Girdles. I think it's her A3. Might be her A2, but she puts out a continuous heal as well, along with her shields. There. Then we have passive damage reduction, 15% by Geomancer's passive, as well as strengthen, which is another 25% across the board damage reduction. So there's a lot of damage reduction in here shields, just straight damage reduction, and strengthen here. So this is a sustained team if I've ever seen one, to tell you the truth. Yeah, this is definitely a sustained team. But yeah, I love seeing that he's reflecting damage on two guys at the same time. It's just great to see. And it's no matter who they hit. So do remember, like, anytime someone is hit in the team, he's reflecting damage, which is insane. So you see that? He doesn't necessarily have to be the one hit. If he is hit, he's always reflecting damage, regardless if he has HP burn up, I think. Here, but if he's not the one hit, he's definitely reflecting damage only when he has HP burn up. So it actually works really well on this boss, because once he puts the HP burnout on the boss who's first, he then puts it on the ads there, and then anytime any of them is hitting anybody, he's reflecting that damage back there, which is kind of neat. Now, this could be interesting. Shouldn't be that hard, because Melga, Steel Girdle, Canon, or A1 their takeoff debuffs, which is kind of neat. Alright, so you will see them as they're hitting different people, him reflecting that damage back at the one ad on the left side and the main boss. So let's see. We are going pretty fast, so they're not really taking too many turns. Yeah, you saw that there. That's a ridiculous amount of damage. Oh, they all three have HP burns on them. Oh, he's going to go insane now. Yep, he's going to go insane now. Jeez. Goodness. Oh, the boss doesn't have an HP burn right now. Oh, now he does. Yeah, that was interesting, because the reflect damage apparently, and you can see it there because he has the main boss has not taken his main hit here. The reflect damage does not proc the boss's big hit with his mace. That is really cool. I've noted that a few times now, but that is a really cool thing to note here. So if the boss is hitting hard, we don't have to worry as much about being hit with the mace here if the reflect damage is being procced correctly from both Under Priest and Geomancer. Now, Brathis, Drug Lord might be one to bring in here just so we get even more reflect damage. Here you could probably even bring in Taragi the Frog to get even like everyone doing reflect damage, multiple sets of reflect damage, which is kind of interesting here. But yeah, I'm rather liking these champions that have like, so I like Brogni because he has the AoE reflect damage, and so does Geomancer for the most part here, so long as he's got whatever it is he's got to have the HP burnout. But I do like those a little bit more. That's actually a pretty decent piece. Might try to get the 4 set speed on this, even though it's a 5-star here. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Can't go wrong there. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to roll that up just for the 5-star, otherwise get rid of it. All right, thank you so much for watching this particular battle here. Hey, no ninja watchers, no ninja watchers. Go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit it now, or I'm coming to your house and I'm gonna do this. Just whip it and Boom. Gunshot. All right, no. Come on. Help me get to 100 subscribers here. Anyone who's watching, please go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot and it costs you nothing here. So hit that like and subscribe button. Help me get to 100 subscribers, and then we're gonna push for 500, and then finally 1,000, where we can monetize the videos. Okay. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Have a fantastic day. We will see you next time. Let's chat then.